All right, today is you know, end of the world day. Half the country is going to be really mad, and the other half is going to be really happy. It's election day, and I wanted to go over a mistake in trading that I did with Tesla. Now, um, I was trading Tesla. They had great earnings report. The the odds of Tesla going from 274 and just coming all the way back down to like 230 are relatively low. Well, where's the bounce going to come from? Well, worst case scenario, the Bulls are going to try to defend this level. Can anybody tell me why? Why would the Bulls try to defend this level? It is because if you get below this level, what does it turn into? It turns into a short, right? And so everybody would be shorting it. You'd have shorts jump all over it. You'd have people that were longing it, selling, right? You'd get a lot of negative flow into this. So I bought this here on Friday, and I said, "Hey guys, I think we're going to come in and test this low." And I said, ideally, we break the low, trap the shorts, so that we can reclaim and gap up, right? Trap all the shorts. Well, yesterday we did exactly that, and let me go through what happened. A couple things. I was a little late getting to my routine on Monday because my daughter has some play stuff. So first off, I was out of rhythm. Second, I maybe I'm overblowing this, but I've been really concerned about the election. Like, man, are people going to like riot in the streets, go to war? We're going to have a civil war here. Like, how bad is this going to be if one side doesn't win? Um, and so my threat reactivity was going through the roof, right? When your threat reactivity goes through the roof, you see snakes everywhere, right? It's like super vigilant on safety. One second. Okay, sorry, we had to go back to PLTR real quick. But anyway, back where we were on Tesla. My threat reactivity was high, and I was seeing snakes everywhere. Well, I was playing this in multiple accounts yesterday, and so I was like, all right, let's buy some here around the double bottom. Let's use about that 240 range um, to risk on, and you can see we broke it. Well, once we broke that 240 range, I was like, all right. I was playing it in two smaller accounts. I was like, all right, let me add on my smaller account here the other three that I wanted to add, and then I actually tripled up my size on the larger account. And I was like, all right, at this point, literally right here, my whole goal at this point was to get to safety. And what that meant was I was just like, get me out of this trade. I just want to be safe, right? I'm so afraid, I'm so scared right now because of the unknown of the election that I literally lost sight of the entire trade plan. And you know, when we have fear gripping us, for you guys that have been with me for a while, what what am I supposed to do? So if I would have done this correctly yesterday, what would I have done right here instead of thinking, I'm afraid. What if civil war starts tomorrow and we can't get food and everybody starts killing each other, right? Well, what should I have done? Does anybody know the process? I showed it with you guys a couple times. It's a part of my. It's the video that I showed with Dr. Tom, and he talks about it. Nobody knows. No, it's actually so when you feel like you're on tilt, when you feel like you're afraid. Yeah, how do we check to see if it's a stick or a snake, EK? Like, how do we do that? And what we do is we go, literally, we're supposed to say the words, oh, wait, ah, right? You're supposed to go, oh, wait, let me. So, what that wait is doing, you're like, oh, I realize where I am. And when you're saying, oh, you're realizing, hey, I understand emotional little Donnie, my little 5-year-old self that's scared. Hey, I got it. You are scared, and there is reason to be scared. I'm not going to argue with you about you being scared. I see it with you. Is it a snake or is it not? Right. So we go. Oh, wait. Let's pause. Let's just put a freeze on everything, and then take that fresh perspective. Oh, wait. Ah, here we are. Right. And so what I should have done is I should have said. Again, this is what you do in trading. What are the percentages? What are the odds? Okay. Is my original decision to start playing this still the correct decision, or am I freaking out now? Okay, yeah, it was the correct decision. All right. Am I in more danger now than I was when I originally planned? Well, no. Okay, well, am I safe? Yeah, I am. I don't know if you guys remember. I was like, look, I'm cutting this thing if it breaks these lows here, no matter what. So I was safe. I was fine. I didn't go through that process. What I did was I was so controlled. I didn't even think about it. It didn't even pop into my head. And so some of you might get this way literally every single time you put on a trade. And so what I had to do to allow myself to go through that process had a lot to do with sizing. But ironically, with this trade, I was very small on all fronts. In the small account challenge, in the bigger account, I was able to triple it up and still be small. So it wasn't the sizing that was freaking me out. For a lot of new traders, it is. You just got to size down a lot so you can actually think this process through. But what it is for me is I'm just like super worried about what people are going to do when their candidate doesn't win. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe my 5-year-old self is seeing a much bigger snake there than what is real. But I can't logically convince the emotional brain. You can't do it. It's impossible. Your emotional brain doesn't understand logic. And so, because I was so gripped by that, I wasn't able to do it. Once I got out of it, though, guess what? What do you think I felt once I got out of my trade and I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Actually, I think I lost $200 overall. I think that was my loss, $225 on everything. Yeah, it was like, you're like, oh my gosh. Jeez. It's like that first instance is literally like you're running from the frickin' tiger and you make it into the cave where you're safe and you can kind of breathe, right? And then you look outside and it's your big brother that dressed up as a tiger just trying to scare you, and you're like, oh, I'm an idiot. Why did I do that, right? So as soon as this was happening, I told you guys, I said, you know what, guys? This is exactly what we wanted. If this level, I literally drew this level for you guys, and I said, if this level breaks and retests, I would buy it normally. And look, there it was. However, I told myself I am not allowed to trade anymore because I cannot control the threat reactivity of my brain right now. I didn't have the mental capacity to do it. So I could, do you understand that I logically can sit here and tell you I need to buy this. I need to buy this at 242.37 when this thing retests right here. I need to buy it. Well, my emotional brain is still freaked out and scared, and it's still suffering from the trauma that it went through during all this period of being afraid. And so I cannot sit here and logically make my emotional brain be like, hey, you're fine. Quit being a pansy. Quit being a chicken, right? We oftentimes berate our emotional self and try to, especially as I think as men, most men do this, we're like, toughen up, be a man. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're always told. But it doesn't work. You have to teach, you have to communicate with the emotional brain through emotion, right? And so today I was like, all right, this morning I was like, all right, yeah, we overreacted. Yeah, that's okay. I kept you safe. We're good. I didn't trade anymore afterwards. If this thing comes back into this 242.37 range, I've got a great stop out right below. I can keep us safe. We'll take another shot at it. And I'm able to go back and let my emotional self know, hey, I get it. You were scared. I'm with you. I understand everything that you were going through. I'm not going to beat you up, even though I was looking at it all day today, trying getting angry, right? I'm not going to beat you up. Let's just understand what happened. And what you literally have to do is you have to start setting triggers. When you feel this way, this is what you should do. And when you begin to recognize those feelings, create the oh, wait, ah. And if you can't go through that process, you either need to stop trading and or size down, or both. You size down. If that doesn't work, then get off the computer. Yeah, wait, what? Oh, that's what it is. Yep. Does that make sense? Any questions on this?